ceremonies of the class of 1993, the 27th graduating class of Shawnee Mission South High School. These ceremonies are indicative of the high regard we hold for this class of 1993 and all that they have accomplished. Vanessa is the daughter of Donald and Jean Sink. At this time, I am pleased to introduce Mr. Victor Wishna, son of Sheldon and Jeanette Wishna, who will present his oration after tonight. Victor?
Dr. Wilson, Dr. Jacobs, administrators, faculty, family and friends, class of 93. This is it. What happens this evening will be our last official act as students at Shawnee Mission South. After tonight, the 4 years that we've spent together as a class inevitably become a part of history. To put it most simply, I go to South becomes I went to South. Already the signs of transition are visible everywhere. The class of 96 already looks forward to escaping its freshman bonds. Members of the class of 95 suddenly find themselves parking a lot closer. And the class of 94, well, I don't know, I guess they have some idea that they're in charge. As for the class of 93, the role we play is the most exciting of all. We may think it's all over. This is our commencement. But by definition, commencement is a time for beginnings. Soon we will all head off into a new world, be it the real world, a different world, or a world of our own. This doesn't mean that we forget the time we shared. It's impossible to do so. Besides, only by glancing behind will we be ready for what lies ahead. 4 years ago, we were all very different from what we are today. We were younger, we were more naive, we were freshmen. There was much that we didn't know about high school and what it would hold for us. We knew nothing of the friends that we hadn't yet made, the classes we hadn't taken, of the games and matches we hadn't played, or of the achievements that we hadn't attained. And we'd never heard of Rule 52. But, of course, all of this would soon change. The class of 93 would be molded with each new experience. And those experiences were many. From Raider Rally to homecoming to pep assemblies, we savored the traditions that all South students have known. From the last-second shot at the state basketball championship to the fundraising drives for Project Graduation, we were there in strength. We discovered a new unity enveloping our class, and other students began to recognize us less for who it was we were when we entered South, and more for who it was we were becoming. By sophomore year, the class of 93 had established itself as a bastion of school spirit. Whether others equated our school with victory or with controversy, we represented South with pride. Our class united, but even in unity, each of us kept our own identity. The senior class that has evolved is a colorful group of unique and promising individuals. As we changed, the world changed. We watched as Germany reunified and communism dissolved. We took sides when Desert Shield gave way to Desert Storm. We saw riots in Los Angeles and terrorism in New York City. We got involved in the issues surrounding us. Many of us cried out to stop the spread of AIDS, to stop ethnic cleansing, and to stop starvation in Somalia. For the first time, a number of us could vote. This year especially was an exciting time, around the world and here at South. As new leadership emerged and America's policies changed, so did some of ours. No more hats, no more bandanas, and for underclassmen, no more McDonald's, at least during school hours. Our response to these changes and our reactions to the real problems of society were varied. Some of us were upset. Some of us didn't really care. Either way, we made adjustments. We made the best of what could not be changed. And now we realize that for all of us here, life goes on. But of course, we remember tonight, as we do every day, that there are those who are not with us. I can't even attempt to eulogize Brandon, Megan, and Jay in the few seconds that I have here. However, that they accomplished so much and touched so many in their short lives speaks for the wonderful qualities that endeared them to the whole South community. As we go our separate ways tonight, and in the years to come, we not only vow not to forget them, we pledge that we will remember them. Our class has certainly learned that the future is uncertain, that we never know what tomorrow brings. Who can say where any one of us will be in 10, 20 years? Who among us will rise to the top? Which young scientist will win the Nobel Prize? Which student athlete will turn pro and set new records? And which KSMS staffer will be there to interview them on CNN? The point is that we all have opportunity. We've been set on the course towards our goals, but now it's up to us to complete the journey. We're off to a good start, and we owe much to all of the people who have supported us, helped us, and taught us. We would like to thank every faculty member who ever had a positive impact on us and helped us learn something new. We want to show our appreciation to Dr. Jacobs and Dr. Nichols for their dedication, leadership, and friendship, and for always working with us on issues where their position as principal could have very easily pitted them against us. To every administrator and counselor and custodian and parking lot guardian, to every staff member whom we've gotten to know in the last 4 years, we say thank you. Every one of you has had something to do with whom we've become. And finally, we want to thank our parents and family and everyone who, with love and support, has encouraged our efforts. We'll try to make you proud of us. Well, here we are. Right now, we are moments away from the culmination of the process that began with kindergarten. This is our graduation, the one and only cure for senioritis. After tonight, we will leave this school, possibly never to return, and certainly never to return as students. After tonight, we will all go head off in whatever direction we've chosen, and our paths may cross again, but after tonight, things just won't be the same. In just a few minutes, it will all be beginning. Thank you, Shawnee Mission South. Thank you from the class of '93. And class of 1993, thank you.
Thank you, Victor. On behalf of Shawnee Mission South, I wish to thank Victor for his comments to his classmates. We believe that one of the most significant factors in the success of any school is the quality and level of achievement of its student body. With that in mind, we reflect upon the achievements of the class of '93. We find ample reason to be proud. The class has experienced many highs and some lows as well. The class of 1993 wants to remember their 3 lost classmates this evening. Certainly, the lows this class has endured. The tragic loss of Brandon Clendenning, Megan Taylor, and Jay Evans is on all our minds as we graduate this class. I call your attention to rows 3, 5, and 17 this evening. The 3 chairs draped in white with a rose serve as a small memory to these 3 lost classmates. Parents and friends will receive their diplomas later. I would also like to list a few of this class accomplishments to accentuate the highs. 4 members of this class have been named National Merit Finalists. 19 members of this class were named National Merit Commended Students. 130 members of this class, by virtue of their excellent performance on the ACT, have been named Kansas State Scholars by the Kansas Board of Regents. 162 members of this class have been named recipients of the Presidential Academic Fitness Award based on high school grades, standardized test scores, and enrollment in a specific core of academic coursework during high school. 93 members of this class have qualified for the honor roll during each of their 16 quarters of high school. On all indices of student achievement, this class as a whole has ranked consistently at high levels. For example, on the test of achievement and proficiency given to each senior student in Shawnee Mission, this year's senior class at South achieved a medium score equal to the 72nd percentile nationally. This is consistent with the high performance of previous senior classes here at South. Though the many highs and lows that this class have experienced, we remain extremely proud of each one of these young people. A traditional award at Shawnee Mission South is the recognition of our top 10 students academically. We are privileged at this time to recognize this year's top 10 seniors based upon their cumulative high school grade point averages and present them their honor cords and medallion signifying their achievement. The students to be recognized at this time are members of a talented and competitive senior class, as I have already indicated. And by their status as a top 10 academically, they have brought much honor to themselves and to their family. At this time, as I read their names, we would like for the top 10 to come to the stage. The names will be read in alphabetical order and not necessarily in order of the students standing in class. I would like to ask Dr. Donald Wilson to assist me in the presentation of the awards. Matthew J. Eisenbrandt, Scott L. Goldberg, Daniel J. Moisick, Andrew J. Mullen, Kristen C. Parsons, Katie E. Stone, Jason N. Vogt, Jessica T. White, Keith E. White, and Victor J. Wishna. Join me, please.
The students who will be receiving their diplomas this evening have passed all requirements for graduation according to the laws of the state of Kansas and the Board of Education of the Shawnee Mission School District. I am pleased to present them to you for presentation of their diplomas.
we would ask that staff and candidates for diploma